There is a moment in every human life, a quiet moment most people ignore, a moment when a person asks a dangerous question, not the question the world wants them to ask, not "how do I become rich?" not "how do I become powerful?" not even "how do I become successful?" but something far deeper, a question that can completely transform the way someone sees the world. The question is this: what if the way we see people is the reason our lives are the way they are? Most people walk through life believing the world is happening to them. They think enemies appear randomly. They think betrayal is bad luck. They think suffering is simply fate. But one day, something strange happened to Mr. Alien. He started observing people. He watched how humans treated strangers. He watched how they spoke to those who had nothing to offer them. And he noticed something disturbing. People often treat others like they are separate beings, separate pain, separate struggles, separate value. They smile to those they need, but ignore those they don't. They show kindness when it benefits them, but coldness when it doesn't. And then something strange happened. A thought appeared in Mr. Alien's mind that refused to leave. What if this separation is the greatest illusion humans have ever believed? What if the person standing in front of you is not as separate from you as you think? Imagine for a moment that every human you meet is simply another version of yourself living a different life. Different body, different story, but the same consciousness looking through different eyes. If this were true, how would you treat people? Would you lie to them? Would you harm them? Would you humiliate them? Or would something inside you change forever? This realization is the beginning of a philosophy so powerful that once you understand it, you become almost impossible to defeat. But before we reveal why, pause for a moment. If this idea already makes you curious about the deeper nature of reality, make sure you subscribe to Mr. Alien Philosophy, because here we explore ideas that challenge everything you thought you knew about existence. Now let's continue, because the real discovery comes next. One day, Mr. Alien realized something that completely changed the way he understood the world. It happened during a simple moment. He was watching people argue, two humans shouting at each other, each one convinced the other was the enemy, each one believing they were right. And suddenly a strange thought appeared. Both of them were suffering. Both of them were afraid. Both of them wanted to be understood. And yet, both of them believed the other was the problem. In that moment, something became painfully clear. Humans spend their lives fighting reflections of themselves. The anger you see in someone else often exists inside you. The cruelty you experience is often the same cruelty someone once experienced before. Pain travels from human to human like a chain reaction. But then Mr. Alien discovered something powerful. If pain can spread through humans, so can understanding. If cruelty can spread, so can compassion. If hatred can move from one person to another, so can kindness. And that is when the philosophy revealed itself to him. A philosophy so simple most people overlook it, but so powerful it can transform an entire destiny. The philosophy is this: treat every being as if you are meeting another version of yourself. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, but genuinely. Because in many ways, you are. Every human is experiencing consciousness from a different perspective, different memories, different struggles, different fears. But deep inside, the same awareness is observing reality. And when someone truly understands this, something incredible begins to happen. Behavior changes, reactions change, energy changes. A person stops trying to defeat people and instead starts understanding them. Ironically, that is the moment someone becomes unstoppable. But the reason why is even deeper, and most people never discover it. Here is the truth most people never realize. When you treat others as enemies, you create resistance everywhere. People feel it, even when you say nothing. Your tone changes, your energy changes, your presence changes, and the world begins responding with the same hostility. But when someone begins treating people like another version of themselves, something extraordinary happens. People begin trusting them. Doors begin opening. Conflicts dissolve faster. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Why? Because humans are extremely sensitive to how they are treated. Respect creates cooperation. Kindness creates loyalty. Understanding creates connection. And connection is one of the most powerful forces in human existence. This doesn't mean people will never challenge you. It doesn't mean life becomes easy, but it means something far more powerful. You stop wasting energy fighting unnecessary battles. You stop creating enemies where none were needed. You move through life with clarity instead of conflict. And slowly, the world begins working with you instead of against you. That is why this philosophy makes a person difficult to defeat, because they are no longer playing the game most people are trapped in. The game of ego, the game of separation, the game of constant competition. Instead, they are playing a completely different game, the game of awareness, the game of understanding, the game of conscious living. And people who master this game often become the most influential humans in history, not because they forced power, but because people naturally followed them. Now imagine a world where more humans understood this. Imagine walking through life seeing others not as strangers, but as reflections of the same consciousness. That is the philosophy that changed everything for Mr. Alien. And if you truly understand it, it might change everything for you too. If this idea made you think differently about humanity, take a moment to support this channel. Subscribe to Mr. Alien Philosophy and join this growing community of curious minds exploring the deeper truths of existence. And before you leave, tell me something in the comments. Do you believe humans are truly separate? Or do you think we are all expressions of the same consciousness, experiencing life from different perspectives? Your answer might reveal more about reality than you realize. Until the next philosophy, keep questioning reality.